Hey y'all, here's a little song.
Working together is all that we need. Working together begins with a seed of a dream, of a wish of each boy and each girl. Working together, we can all change the world. Extending your hand begins with a choice of working together so we all have a voice. So give me your hand, sing out and sing true. You work with me and I'll work with you. Working together is all that we need. Working together begins with a seed of a dream, of a wish of each boy and each girl. Working together, we can all change the world. Working together, we can all change the world.
What are we being invaded by? How are y'all doing? Wasn't sure anyone would show up actually. Yeah, I can't even begin to type that. I don't even know how you did that, Camilla. That's pretty good. Let's see. I think I have another video to share. I'm gonna go down. I might as well go down good, right? Southern border elected officials. Chris, are you the one that was here last night with the eagle head? Yep. Okay. Well, I don't know what you got going on there. That's. Am I seeing your name wrong? Kim, I don't even know how you type that. Anyway, I'm going to share this little video here. I think I am.
We have found our way. We'll be making history. We have come so far. This is who we are. Like the rising sun, we have just begun to play out. is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers. Stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now. Don't look back now. Rise up. Stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers. Finding our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold tight and don't let go. Your hopes and dreams that lie the way. Destiny waits. We are the actors in the stories we create. Oh, we are God. We don't want to hide. When we roll our thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time to hold the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. Heroes and dreamers.
Well, hopefully, I've got the messages there. Unity. We got to stick together in this. A lot going on. I really wasn't sure anyone would show up tonight. I'm glad you did. It's good to see you. If anyone wants to come up and talk, I ask that you ask me. Really like to get to know you before I let you up. I hope y'all understand it. There's a link back. Rocksteady Kicker. It's good to see you, Garrett. Wonder where Dorinda is that was going to show us pictures of her display. Hmm. Hey, Chuck.
What's going on?
Oh, just hanging out. Chris, I just don't know about that eagle thing you got going on there either. What do you think, Chuck?
What?
That eagle that was up here last night,
It's kind of weird.
Chris?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
they can put like a simulated cam thing. Bad thing about it, you got that. You can put just about anything up there.
right. It could be something that could mutilate my computer.
Yeah, they not saying they would, but somebody could put porn or anything on there.
No, I'm not saying they would, but I,
No, I'm not.
I
Wouldn't either.
am, I'm pretty selective about my panel. Chris, I'd just like to see you in here a few more times before I make that decision. I'd like to see how you interact with my chat and all of us. Times are weird, and I'm sorry. It's Pastor Kelly. Good to see you.
No, he said.
I don't know how it come out. Let me go check this. I'll be right back.
Okay, Patrick, I saw you around a little bit. Can I turn my volume up? Um, Let me see. Is that any better? I know I have a kind of low voice. Awesome. I get that from my mother. So our phone calls are really comical because Mama can't hear me and I can't hear her. And a couple of my kids are the same way. So it's what? What? I notice Shane has a little bit of trouble hearing me sometimes too. Up here on panel. Yeah. Um, I put building community because I just keep thinking, and I've been saying for a long time, um, so say everything goes down, like however it does, what then? And um, so I'm thinking we need to figure out how to rebuild, even if whatever, we've got to rebuild something. um, I don't raise my voice very often, but it's kind of hard for me to scream too. It's like I can whistle really loud, and that's how I used to call my kids. They knew they had 5 minutes from the whistle to get their rear ends home or else. So anyway, um, that's I would like to hear y'all's ideas on how to rebuild. Yes, we need to. be able to trust. That's for sure. And so, how do you do that, Rock? How do we know who to trust? How do we figure that out?
What are you trying to figure out?
How you know who to trust? You know, from the very beginning, I've been like, this is a combination of the Hunger Games and The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
is what I have compared all this to. And um, so there's always somebody that wants to be in control, and it's usually not the good ones.
That's why you got assholes like me for friends. I don't know. Did you hear what I said?
Chuck, you're fine.
I'm just saying you got people like me and Shane around it. You might be mousy and calm about it, but we'll jump in their shit.
Oh, well, yeah, I pretty much. Uh,
I'm not saying you'll eat nobody's crap. I'm just people that look out for your interest. That's why I never could understand anybody that I stood up for on the other shows and stuff that they turned on me like they did. I'm not mentioning names and won't, but
I know, no, we're not gonna bring up any other channels, but it's and that's what I like about here. I started this just out of um, helping Gigi out. Whenever she was not going to be on, I was. And so I wanted it to be like a campfire where we could all just gather and talk and have fun and get crazy, silly, relaxed.
a little stupid like
So
the other night sometimes.
yes, no drama, no anything. And so that's why I have the intro that I have. That's what I chose. Um, of course, I love horses, love the beach, and have a campfire. And so and it was supposed to be just a couple of nights a week, and that was it. And somehow, some way, it's changed and grown a little, and so now I feel kind of like,
You're guarded.
well, I'm guarded, yes. Uh, I have a
That's
lot of new people that I'm seeing, and but at the same time, I want them to feel welcome and not. Uh, I don't want them to feel judged. I don't want anybody to feel judged here. Goodness, we have the maker to be judged by, and he might have a little bit of a list with me anyway, and that is not what we're about. Judge ye
no.
not, lest ye be judged. We
That is
just
correct.
are not
We just want to
doing
have
that.
a good time and chat. And
Yes.
Garrett, no, it's just a regular ale.
And
Hello, everyone in chat.
but that's why I come on even more now is because I really like the people who have been drawn to this channel. Um, I like the way the direction it's taken. I like that D Dog feels comfortable enough to come up here and teach us and knock us upside the head or whatever we need to get it through our head what we got to do and
Mm-hmm.
um I just, I feel that we're, we gotta be in this together. And, last night after I closed down, same old thing as every night, lay down, being, nope, you're not going to sleep. And so uh, I went over to 2 or 3 other channels, and I was watching, and the first one was all like, we all need to stick together. We all need to cut the BS and quit talking about each other and behind your backs, and that's high school stuff. We've been there, done that. One thing that we have, that I keep saying, is we were the rebels. We were the ones skipping school. We were the ones sneaking in the bathroom smoking. We were the ones not doing what we were supposed to be doing. And so,
Questioning,
I,
questioning why. Yeah.
yes, and then calling ourselves the black sheep, and so we all have all of that in common. Also, a bunch of us have been through a whole lot of crap. I don't know what happened to the parents, the generations before, um, but I don't know. Parents didn't. I don't know how y'all's parents were. Um, I just
Well,
didn't have a great childhood. Let's put it that way.
nope.
And
But
and I,
it also made us stronger.
yes, it did. I've
We
lived
are
on the
all
street. I have
strong individuals.
raised kids alone. I have worked my tail off. It's yeah, I have learned a lot in this life, and I'm appreciative of it, because now here we are at this moment, and it's us older people who are up here. Hey,
We're
oh,
older.
I'm not saying old. We're not
No,
old yet.
I'm like, oh yeah, I am old.
We're not
No, you're
old.
not.
We're sneaking up on it though.
Yep.
We're older than the millennials that we don't know what they're gonna do. But
We gotta be
um,
strong for them.
You know what's
exactly.
sad about
And
this whole point?
now,
You know what's sad about it? You remember
I'm
when we
sorry.
were remember we were in our 30s, 20s, 30s, and 40s, like our parents were still around, and well, we had to follow behind them because they were still around, and that was the generation that was supposedly in charge. When now that they're passing and they're gone, the ones beneath us jumped ahead of us, so we got cut out of line somehow. Have you noticed that?
Um, well, no, I wouldn't say my kids are ahead
Hadn't
of
thought of
me.
it that way.
I'm just meaning in general, even the political part of it and stuff. So all the generation that's causing a lot of this issues is the 20 and 30 somethings.
Yeah.
You think so?
A lot of it. It's like my boys, all three of my boys are just my same kind of outlook. My daughter's like, she's nothing like any of us. She's like the hardcore liberal, going out and getting every poke she could get. And she told my wife, or told them, that she thinks that I brainwashed my wife, and she hated, despised Trump, Orange Man bad, all to the extreme.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Well, see,
Hey, Shep.
I haven't experienced that with my 6 kids. They are all on the same page as me. My grandkids are pretty much on the same page. It's but being in Texas, I think, has a lot to do with that too. That you're in Texas also, so I don't I don't know, but I am seeing a lot of younger people, college students, stepping up and um, doing the YouTube videos and speaking out and saying, I see a lot more of a movement in a whole of all ages now
Mm-hmm.
than ever before. I mean, I know back in the day, my kids probably would have, I don't care, it's not affecting my life, you know. If it doesn't affect them personally, they don't. A lot of people think that way. My best friend of 40 years, that's what she keeps telling me. If it doesn't affect me personally, I don't care. Well, let's see. Are you happy paying that $5 a gallon for gas? Are you happy paying $7 a pound for ground beef? You know, it affects everybody. I don't care
Yeah,
who you are.
it does. If they'd open their, if they'd open their eyes and
There
open
was.
their ears, and they'd see and hear what's going on, but they don't.
Yeah. And so that's that's what I'm like. How are we going to rebuild to make sure that this doesn't ever happen again? And the only thing that I can see to make it happen is the way D Dog is explaining it. Or, well, I don't know what's going to happen with this in Canada and how it's going to spill into, because we know it's going to spill into the United States somehow, some way.
I say the next month,
So I
same
don't,
thing. Mirror here.
yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but
I hope not. Um, M. Bob Pog.
don't
I'm
even
not
try
sure
to
how to say
say
that. I tried. I apologize.
it.
They're already saying the same kind of players involved in Canada like they were in DC here with the
Yeah.
last year on the 6th.
Oh yeah. They're trying to. They're trying to make the protest out to be something it's not. And yes, the protesters and they've brought them to the police, caught the infiltrators and brought them to the police.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're already
Are
Um,
they
calling the truck drivers
anti-police?
shit about
terrorists.
tax and what they were gonna do and right over to the cops. There you go. You deal with him, or we'll beat the piss out of him.
They're already calling the damn truck drivers terrorists. I don't know if you're hearing that up there.
Oh yeah, we've been hearing that since before they started. The government is saying that.
Yeah,
So the
Yeah.
media is saying that.
they're copying here. Did you
So,
notice that?
But the media are nowhere near the protest. They are not there.
yeah, I saw one of them. Somebody was doing a live and they had the big news camera and it was pointing at a group of like five people
Yep,
and you look to the other side and there's
a thousand
thousands.
people there, and they're not
Yeah.
showing that. There's only 5 people here.
Yep.
Like nothing to see here.
Oh, y'all gotta excuse me just a second. Y'all take over.
Okay,
You know, I
dokie,
was
okay.
watching one called the Ottawa Walks. I don't know if you've seen that live in Ottawa.
I've seen so many live in Ottawa that I don't know which one you're talking about.
The name of the thing is the group is Ottawa Walks. AOTTAWALKS.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to check on that later because I don't know if I've seen it or not.
They were running live last night. I jumped back and forth watching it and wondering how long the truck drivers' horns are going to last.
But Americans think we're these calm, cool, collected people that don't get upset and don't get angry. And yeah, well, you've pissed people off now.
I know how Canadians are. I used to work with some of them in Ohio. They were all the guys I worked with were Canadian hockey team that came down to the United States working, and I think they were going to go to school here or something and try to help with. It was back in the '80s. Try to start a league here or something.
Mm-hmm.
Them boys are damn crazy. Half of them only had about half their teeth, and every one of them, at least one of their front teeth were knocked out. And I said that's either from an ice or a puck. So,
yep, and that's 90% of Canada, to be honest.
so they go out, they get mad. They go outside, beat the shit. One of them beat the shit out of the other. They come back inside, laughing, shaking hands, and drinking a beer.
Yep. That's the way it used to be. Nowadays, the kids don't act like that.
Yeah, something like that happens nowadays. Probably just like here, somebody wants to kill somebody.
Yep. No, it's not anymore, unless they put it back up. But they took it down.
What?
His email on Liberty Warrior, because I had to get it from Bonnie. Although I haven't emailed Shane yet.
No.
My bad. Sorry, Shane.
What's up, brother Shane? Yeah, I bought meatballs at the store the other day and I wanted to make meatball subs. I forgot to buy the sub bread. My wife had noodles and marinara sauce, so instead of subs, I ended up with spaghetti and meatballs, which was none of it was homemade. I want to make homemade meatballs, but nobody wanted me to do that. And I really don't want to spend that time either. So
Well, maybe it's back, Shane, but last time I tried to find it, I couldn't find it. Remember, I had to get it from Bonnie. You weren't even listed anywhere.
he needs to start a sidekick page. That was a joke, Shane.
Or get his own.
He was the one that said he's the sidekick that day. So yeah. I don't know.
Okay, back.
Okay. All right. I don't know how this is going to work, but that's one of the pictures of my pictures on display at the office supply store.
Okay, hang on. I know it gets tiring holding that up there. Oh, cool.
That's one angle.
I used to draw
the back wall.
Awesome.
I used to draw. I ain't tried in forever. It probably looked like a drunk 5-year-old did it.
There's the other one. Oh, that's the one I showed you already. Okay, that's it.
Looks good, Dorinda.
My daughter did all the work. I didn't do nothing. I stood there looking like a dork. Because she's got the better artistic layout because I was gonna hang them from the ceiling. I was gonna have like a shit ton of pictures there. She's like, you can't do that because nobody will see them. Oh, okay. Dorinda, be reasonable.
Yeah, you got that artistic talent. I got the autistic talent. Notice the play with words.
Yes. But you know what? My autistic daughter is an amazing artist. She's she's great.
I've been told that
Awesome.
with my math that I'm might be slightly. I got this weird way I do math.
Thank you, Lisa. How is it weird?
Like the Rain Man kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing, and adding numbers and pulling stuff out of the middle, and I'll and even lots of numbers together. I'll come within like a percent or less without having it wrote down and being right. They're kind of like estimating taxes, basically. It's hard to explain, and I'd have to sit down and get the numbers. I got a buddy of
That's
mine that
cool.
he's went to MIT, and he's an ag in the ag big time from here at A&M. And I went and took some of the Mensa tests on there, and just depending on what my mood was, anywhere from 135 to 165 what I scored on them. So the best numbers was in math. Put it on paper, it messes with me. If I do it in my head, I can't show the work, but I'll write the work down and nobody can make sense out of it.
I say Mandy's the same way.
Never took algebra, don't know nothing about it, can't understand it at all, but I've took trig and calculus.
Well, that's good.
Calculus is harder than algebra. I took both. I said calculus is harder than algebra. I took both in high school.
My daughter told me if I got over and just probably read it for a few minutes, it kicked me and I'd run with it. But I got to keep my attention span long enough to read something that I think was boring. Probably could find a video on YouTube to get into it though.
Well, and that's what we need to do. Figure out what our skills are, what we're good at, where we can be useful if we're still here. I'm not sounding negative or anything.
We're all
I'm
going to
just
be here.
saying.
I worry about the people getting all the
That's
stuff.
the way it is.
I worry about the people getting all the pokes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it you, Bonnie, last night said in the next year or so it's going to be like The Walking Dead?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I did, but seems like somebody did.
Might have
Yeah,
been
someone
Shane.
did. I'm not sure who it was, but
If we are still here. Yeah.
Vicky said our daughter will be one of them because she's gotten 4 so far.
oh wow.
And here a year or so ago, she was working over her mortality and thinking about she's going to die one day and all that. And I'm like,
Yeah, she's not a leader. She's a follower. She follows everybody else.
Who was I talking to today? And I was furious. And because somewhere I heard they're starting experimental trials on 6 months to 5 years. And that absolutely infuriates me.
I don't know if they're starting it yet. I hope not.
Well, either way, it's and they're like, well, your children had these things to prevent disease and da da da. Yes, they did, but they were not an experiment. This
Yeah,
has
these
been
things have
going on for
5 to 10
years and
years
years.
testing and stuff before they introduced it.
One lady was
Yes,
telling
and
us,
I can't understand the parents
see if they heard
allowing.
about moms that are pregnant getting the shots. Their babies, if they ever come out stillborn or deformed, they
Here,
come
Vicky
out.
wants to tell y'all something. Listen to this.
They come out.
Let's talk louder.
I don't know how true this is.
Talking about the pregnant mothers that have the jab, babies stillborn or
Deformed, and if they're not, if they don't come out that way, they come out like, you know how when your baby like 2-3 months finally starts holding his head up by himself. They
Yep.
said that the
Yeah.
babies coming out, they're holding their heads up like the 2-3 month old babies. They said their eyes, the color of their eyes ain't even brown or anything; they're just black.
Oh, Shep says she's heard that.
Huh?
Shep says she's
Yeah.
heard that.
I've heard it.
I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of dying. I didn't hear about them with their head up yet or the black eyes.
Yeah, they said they were sitting up, like holding their head up like that, just looking around.
Makes me think it's
Oh my
Jamie
goodness.
or something.
Goodness gracious. Well, it was scary enough whenever my second son weighed a little over 10 pounds. So he was big. And you know how they put the baby on you?
Yeah, after you deliver him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he just pushed up and looked me straight in the face. And I was like, uh-oh. But he actually turned out to be one of my best kids. He's a good kid. I mean, they all are, but
Yeah, mine are pretty mellow and laid back, so you get them mad.
yeah.
Then they got my temper getting mouthy and voicing my issues, and then they got their mom's side where she stays mad, so they got both of it.
And they got they also got mine where they fly off the handle and hit things and throw things and
Yeah, that's my side ain't throwing, but they got that too. So I don't know if it's overwhelming rage or
Mm.
No, that's any kid that plays
they're
with
just
damn.
pissed.
I don't see that much in any of mine.
Well, Bonnie, you're kind of the laid back, calm one of the group up here.
Yeah.
Okay, like Chuck and I are the crazy asshole. Sorry, Chuck, I
Okay.
didn't mean that insulting. That was a compliment.
You want me to bring my trophies in for being an asshole and show you in Guinness where that's a badge of honor to me. If I'd have been in the military, I'd have been working hard for the asshole badge.
Yeah.
So you get
I bet.
trophies for that. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I told one guy one time, he said, I forget where I was at. He said, dude, you're acting like an asshole. I said, man, don't try to kiss me. He just looked at me. I forget where I was. I want to say I was buying something or returning something, and they were pissing me off. And I'm like, I didn't ask you for all this. I just wanted my money. Yeah, it was an auto parts store. He goes, dude, you ain't got to act like a fucking asshole. And I'm like, you ain't going to kiss me by talking nice to me. And he just
Didn't know what to say, right?
no.
No. Yeah, they get mad at me when I call myself an asshole at work. They have no idea.
Shame.
All they see is this bubbly, nice person, that bounces around and tries to get everybody in a good mood. They don't see the person that's so pissed off she can't see straight.
Yeah, joke. Wife tells husband, I'm pissed. Husband says, again or still.
Like
Eh.
Gary,
I figure
always trying to make everybody happy.
I try to make everybody laugh, but as soon as somebody gets shitty with somebody, I tend to get involved in it. And
What's Vicky's birthday?
11/13.
Oh, Scorpio.
Yep.
I am. I'm Cancer, and I am. You can read it. I am textbook Cancer.
My
Anything
sister
you read
Shelley's
about it.
cancer, and she's textbook cancer.
But
Yep.
she's a crazy shit too. Do you get crazy when they
Well, I'm
finally?
not crazy shit.
Uh,
I don't think I'm crazy shit.
Hers
I
is
don't
the
know. Shane might argue there.
her
I am Taurus the bull.
Leo.
Okay, I'm like a bull in a china
There you go.
shop. Me off.
My mom, my son are Tauruses.
My
How
thing,
many
you know,
Tauruses?
my thing is, as long when everybody realizes I'm right, I'm sitting there waiting to say, "Yeah, you were right," but I never hear that. Ship kicker's Leo too.
Yep. Well, we need y'all Leos and Tauruses and people like that.
He's
Oh,
a true
this is
blue
a
Leo.
Capricorn.
Yeah, my mom was a Capricorn, and she
Oh, Patrick. It's a Leo.
Leo and Capricorn do not get along.
me and my mom,
Uh-oh.
she'd like to gouge at me till she'd get me pissed off.
I think anybody can get along if they try. I don't care what
I tried
sign
really
they are.
hard. Love her to death, but you couldn't put me and her in a room for 15 minutes talking till she'd start poking, and I'd start getting aggravated. And I'd beg with her, tell her, please don't start nothing, please don't start nothing. And
But she knows all your buttons and she's going to push them because she likes
yeah,
to see you that way.
yeah, my dad used to tell me all the time, why do you let your mom get to you that way? Why don't you walk away from her when she first started? I said, because it's disrespectful when somebody's talking to you to walk off. He goes, well, it ain't disrespectful to walk away from that. He goes, why do you think I'd be outside working on the car?
Yep. Camo, there's nothing wrong with Scorpio. I have 2 of them. And
Hey, I'm a Scorpio. You better chill out, dude.
My daughter's a Scorpio too.
well, so is he. He's like saying that it's like
Yeah, you jumping and getting all
people
protected.
treat you
Talking about how
like
they-
your pets. or-
That's Scorpio nature.
No, it's not listening nature.
Fuck you.
Well, you didn't hear all of it or something. You gotta
No,
get
I'm
mad.
just tired of people giving Scorpios a bad rap.
Well,
I
he's
don't think
one.
they have a bad rap.
And that's what Camo's saying, Vicky. Not he's a Scorpio.
He gets a bad rep. Said they're a psycho or something.
Yeah.
Extra bad voodoo.
My
The only time I get psycho is when you mess with my kids.
yes, I can go very psycho
That's
there.
not my picture.
I think all mamas can.
Yeah.
Um,
Any kid, if I see any kid.
yes, and my one son that he's a Scorpio, so he has this 8-inch scorpion tattooed on his arm, and
You need more of these.
he does all the
My daughter, when she was
never
in
been
public,
married.
she accidentally scratched one of her friends on his neck, and it was she had long fingernails and it was a deep scratch. So she got suspended
Right.
for scratching the kid. Blah blah blah. Right. Well, this kid gets older and gets a tattoo of a big Scorpio over the scratch mark on his neck, not realizing that it was the Scorpio that gave him the scratch in the first place.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he's not
Wow.
Scorpio.
Huh. And scorpions
I just,
hurt.
when I went to get a tattoo, that was the one that appealed to me, and I had to have that particular tattoo. He said I had no idea why. Then he found out that Sam was a Scorpio, and he goes, "Okay, now it explains everything. Sam's still in my life."
Yeah, I
Yep.
bought and she's a Scorpio, and every time I get pissed off at work, she's like, "Let me deal with her." She knows exactly how I am.
Camo
No, they just
seed.
when I get
No.
really pissed off at work, they'll look at me and I'll say, "I'm going to hit someone." Dorinda, go for a smoke, go relax, go calm down, da 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 da. I go out and punch the shit out of the building, and I come back in after I've had a smoke, and I'm okay.
Yeah, my oldest boy's a Taurus.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have any Taurus either.
Then
Mine are.
the middle son's a Capricorn. Andrew's what?
He's a Cancer.
Cancer.
My son's born January 6th, but I don't know what he is.
That's Capricorn.
A
That's,
Capricorn.
Capricorn?
yeah. My granddaughter is the 5th of January.
My mom's was the first. Every year, everybody celebrated her existence, is what she used to say, and in so many words.
Oh,
Yeah, my
wow.
daughter's a Leo too. So her and her daddy butt heads all the time.
Yeah, she's a Leo, and we're complete opposites on the spectrum.
Yes, I
Oh,
do, Shane. 2 great grandmothers, Choctaw.
my dad was a Virgo.
I think that's the
My
most mellowest
ex-husband,
sign on the chart. Virgos.
My husband's an Aries.
mellow. Is that what
Yeah.
I heard?
He's so mellow.
You know, the bad thing about Virgos were that you look it up, though, most of your serial killers were Virgos.
Geminis.
Virgo was more. About
Every
twice a day.
Virgo I ever met was really mellow.
That fits them good. Then I guess it makes his dad was that way. He's like, I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm just going to show you when you're not looking.
God.
I know you knew that, Shane. I don't know. Uh-oh.
That's like they say Scorpios are big on revenge. I never was. Mine was you hurt me or anything, I just don't talk to you no more. Period. You are never my friend again. We'll be walking down the street and you can walk right by me and I'll just keep walking.
Yeah. Well, my daughter, when she was younger, she wasn't like that. She doesn't hold the grudge now, but you pissed her off enough, she kicked the living piss out of you.
Yeah, I did that a couple times. But now it's just, I don't even care.
Yeah, Laura, really have to work with her. She can, when she gets mad, she can rip you to pieces, and she does hold a grudge. She's getting better. I'm really teaching her forgiveness, but it's been a long
Oh, yeah.
time trying.
I'll forgive them, but I'll never forget.
And you're not supposed to. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, and it doesn't even mean you have to like the person or associate with them ever again. It's forgiveness is mostly for your own soul.
Yeah, to better yourself.
And because it can eat you up like a cancer if you hold that in. You got to let it go.
Yep.
Remind me of that Frozen song. I hate that song.
Yeah, I read something the other day that said people that noticeably avoid you never bother them again.
Yeah.
Damn, I avoid a lot of people.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Shane. Shipper to you. It's your turn. Internet dad volunteering.
Yeah, Carl, I watched a Navy SEAL talking about that the other day. That he said getting in a fight doesn't prove anything. He goes, I'll dodge, jump back, run back, step back. He goes, whatever. He goes, you try to hit me, I'll block it or step out of the way or jump back. He said the only thing you might get a reaction to is if you get a hold of me and get me pinned on the ground. Now, if it's something that I have no control of, then you just got a hold of a snake. He goes, or if you pull a weapon on me, he goes, that's different. He goes, when I know my life's in danger, he goes, you can kiss it. He goes, but other than that, he goes, I'm not going to play or going to hurt anybody or whatever because I know better.
Yeah.
We ran in the
He's
bathroom.
already been raised, Shane.
Well,
I
geez.
almost called him Shannon. Um, the link in case.
Here.
Shane or Camo want to come up.
I cannot pronounce your name again, but oh my god, that's a really nice
Yeah.
comment.
I feel for my hair and stuff.
M-O-B-O-G.
I need to get
I
in
have
there.
no idea what that says.
I'll be right back, y'all. I got to run to the store.
Okay. Shane thought you were talking about somebody else. Who's this?
Well, my
Another
youngest
one.
daughter's name is Shannon, and so I don't know. It just like I grew up with a Weimaraner named Bruno, and so when my mother was calling me, she would say, "Come here, Bruno." So of course I didn't listen. You know, they just get them mixed up.
My mom would mix me and my sister's name up all the time. I would get Jindy or Jorinda. I would never get Dorinda because my sister's name was Judy.
Yep. Yes, Camo. That's why I said I would want you by my side.
Of course.
If,
Always
if
want Camel
ever
by
there
your
was,
side.
if ever there was anything going on, yep. I've seen that before, but I really like that name, Morley. It's
Yeah, it is a nice name.
I don't know why that would have been made fun of.
Because kids are
Sue,
rude.
I could understand.
Because
And
kids are
that's it.
cruel.
Kids are ruthless. Yes, they are. Man, when I was in school, you know why dodgeball was the thing? Because the football players would line up and those poor little bitty guys, they were getting their heads bounced off the cement wall like crazy, and I just
No,
I
see
couldn't even watch it.
then I see me seeing big guys pick on little guys. I'd have been in there kicking the shit out of the big guys because that's me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did. but that's beside the point.
Well, I wasn't trying to fight them. I just told them I thought they were pieces of crap. Not that it mattered to them, but
No, I was the type that would walk right up and punch them right in the head or drop kick them in the head. It didn't matter. And I would
okay,
say,
I'm
don't
not
pick on people that
saying.
can't defend themselves. Now you've pissed off a person that can. Let's go. And they'd be like standing there going, nope, we're good. We won't do it anymore. You better not. Thank you, Camo. That's beautiful. I love it. And we love you for who you are too.
Yes, love you, Camo. Yeah, he said it rough. Okay, friend, are you?
I think
I
we've all
I'm. Ex-
I think we've all had a rough life if you actually look back at it. Okay?
oh yeah,
But it made us who we are today.
true.
And you're the calm, quiet, nice speaking, blah blah blah. Honest to God, I love it. And I'm the crazy ass fool that just speaks her mind and throws shit out there. I'm surprised you still let
We've
me up
never.
on your panel. I
Well,
keep
I know
waiting
you,
for the time where
Dorinda.
I'm sitting in the backstage for an hour and a half because Bonnie doesn't want me up on a channel.
You've sat in the backstage for an hour and a half.
No, I said
Oh,
I'm kind of waiting for the day when I'm sitting in the backstage area for an hour and a half because Bonnie doesn't want me up on her panel because I'm screwing things up.
well, and there's been a couple that's had to wait because I don't see them or Shane gets all eh.
Thank you, Lisa. I have a bad
That's
habit of
true.
just blurting shit out. Half the time I'm not even thinking about it and it just comes flying out of my face. I have no control over my mouth.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, that's the word. But I make you laugh, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. Hey, nothing to cry about here. We just got to keep going and
Awesome, thank you. I
laugh when
wish
we
I
can.
wish I could pronounce your name. I don't even know what the two letters are that are there. I thought it was an
I don't
M,
know.
but it doesn't look like an M now. Oh boy. So I've really screwed up your name and I apologize. Do you have a nickname or something I can call you? I'm gonna call you
I
Bopog.
think his name is Chris,
Is it?
is what he said.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Uh, Ken Stout,
Mandarin?
that's usually in here in the evenings. Um, he's pretty sick, so keep
Who's
him in
that?
y'all's prayers too.
Who's
Ken
that, Bonnie?
Stout,
Oh no.
Ken, that's been in chat lately.
Yeah.
He went live before I did, so I went to see what was up, and uh, he said he could barely get out of bed to get to the computer. And I said, "Oh,
Oh, I'll pray for him tonight, Bonnie. Um, Helleborus. Most people end up saying Bopok. I think I'll go with Bopok. I thought it was the G. Sorry. I can't even read it. I was saying Bopog. I'll go Bopok. Okay. Bopok. Oi, oi, oi.
eaten by deer."
Eaten in Greek. Oh my goodness. He's Greek. Oh wow. What's going on in your country? Or are you in the States? I don't know.
Greek.
Yeah, like Greece.
Cool.
Hmm.
Helleborus.
I'm not going to call whomever that is eaten by deer. Sorry. So he is Jaeger Bomb. No,
No,
you're fantastic. We love you.
we're not saying you're a weirdo at all. We're
Not
just
at
trying
all,
to get to
Bopok.
know you.
Your comments have been excellent tonight, though. We like that.
That's what we do. We, if when we have new people, we like to get to know the
Maryland.
person.
Oh, he's from Western Maryland, USA. Oh, wow. Do you have like a Greek community in Maryland? I don't know. I'm just trying to have a conversation. He's new. I'm picking on him. I'm sorry.
I know.
I want to know. Sorry.
Hey, my daughter's boyfriend is Hungarian, so
Yeah.
it's not.
We have no limits here.
Well, some, but
We're all a little weird. Just saying. We all have our own little quirks. Right,
yes,
Bonnie?
yes, we do. No such thing as perfection here, and
We all kind of just say how we feel and put it out there.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. You went to Hungary. Wow. I've been to the East Coast of British Columbia in Canada. I've been down to Chicago in the States. And I made my husband take the long way home because I didn't want to go over the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan. So he had to drive all the way around to get me home. He was not happy because it took us like 8 hours. I was fine with it.
Yes, Lisa, no one is going to walk us into the bathroom tonight. That's why I said um, whoever what wants up on panel to please ask, and um, anyone that's just really new. I can't even remember his name last night. Um,
Mr.
I
Cauldron.
would no.
No, another one? Okay,
I
sorry.
would rather just wait until me and chat and everybody knows them a little better.
Yep.
And we see them around. We have a whole community of channels that we all visit. And um, so it's really kind of good if you're out there and seen and
Yep.
people get to know you.
Yeah.
No, friend is the one above you, Lisa. That's Got the weird lettering.
You've been all over the world, but you hate traveling? Wow, isn't that a contradiction in terms? Hello,
Thank
Mr.
you for
Colton.
that,
It's nice to see you.
Mr. Colton. Um, I have no idea, so that would be you and Shane. But you are in my channel, so I appreciate the apology.
Thank you, Mr. Colton. But we're glad you're back.
Yeah. Huh. So, Camo, any ideas how to rebuild a country?
Flush for courtesy first.
What was that, Chuck?
Make sure you courtesy flush first. You
I
figure
can't
that one
hear
out.
him.
He said,
Courtesy blush. I
he
got
said,
it now. Yes.
first we have to make a courtesy flush.
You got to make
Okay.
sure the stinky shit
Mr.
goes down
Colton,
where you
you
don't
are
have to
fine.
smell
I'm just glad you're back because I like your conversation.
That's what I do too, Patrick. I try to, and I visit a lot of them, and I may not stay through the whole show. I may just pop in and hey, spreading the love and saying hello, and
Yep.
I hit the like button. Um, you know, if somebody's looking to get monetized, that's how you do it. You hit the like button and subscribe, and um, if you like it, if you don't like it, you don't have to subscribe. It's just people's preference.
That's right.
I don't like a lot of drama and yelling and
No.
screaming and weird stuff, so I keep it pretty calm here if I can. Sometimes my panel gets a little uncontrollable, little unruly kids.
Hello,
it.
team.
But
I kind of got a little touch
And
on upset one day.
but we don't talk about other channels here, please. No
that's
other
good.
people, no other channels, unless it's saying something good,
Well, Camel,
nice.
I'm sure with all your experience in life, you could have some kind of on what you'd like to see happen. Just saying, because you speak words of wisdom.
Well, I think we'd all like to see it pretty much the same as,
Hmm.
uh, we're all free citizens to have the freedom to live a happy life and protect ourselves when needed. That's
And have a voice.
basically life.
I had too. You trying to keep me
Um,
broke? You have all of it. I said that you trying to keep me broke or something. He said, "Yep."
it's But you know what? I keep going back to the Native Americans. How did they
Keep
do it?
going back to what? I'm sorry, Bonnie.
The Native Americans. Did
Yep.
they have, they didn't have one, well, yes, I guess they had a chief.
Hmm.
I don't know how the chief was chosen, um, or
In the
was the
in
chief
in the in
chosen?
the
Was
in
he
the
born
olden days,
into it,
Bonnie,
or
I think it was like one of the best mothers, or it was a woman usually that was a chief in the olden days, like olden days, from what my
really
understanding of history is.
the women?
Yeah,
Huh, that surprises me.
because I remember my aunt talking about when she was young, and she's a native, always talking
Hmm.
about all the band leaders were women. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't. They were men because men were supposed to be in charge. But before that, it was more of a loving, caring, how to do things, not warring and all that crap. Wise women, right?
Right.
That's what I meant. Sorry. So that's what I've learned from my family, from my aunt's family, that um all the in ancient times, she said, it was always women leading the tribes.
Well, that is really interesting. Hmm.
Yeah,
Because
and
I
I
keep
mean,
saying we don't need a woman up there controlling things. And of
but
course,
a
back
woman,
then, though,
most women have that caring person,
compassion. Yes.
compassion, that wants to look after everybody and make sure everybody's safe.
Yes. I
Not like
agree.
some of the women nowadays. We'll put it that way. Okay.
Hey, Lily,
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying. Hi, Lily.
you can
Hi,
say it.
Lily.
Hey, what's her name?
Dorinda.
Dorinda, I said the same thing a minute ago when my husband had us pause.
Thank you, Vicky, for the
You're
confirmation.
welcome. Some women
Yeah,
just
are
don't
you
need it
working
all.
tonight?
Yeah, I'm fixing to go here in a minute.
Mm,
I'm fixing, y'all. I'm going
I
down yonder to go work.
I feel for you.
Um,
I work tomorrow
I
11 to
always say that
3. So
because
She got that fixing to shit from me. She used to, what are you fixing to do? Her friends used to be up in Ohio, like, what is he fixing?
I thought everybody talked like that. And then somebody started making fun of me because I'm always saying I'm fixing to do something.
Yeah,
That's just the way it is. How else do
same
you
here.
say
And they're like, why are you always fixing something?
it?
I'm
Say,
like, smart asses.
I'm fixing to go over yonder with mom and them. You want to?
They would love Tracy.
You probably heard that before, ain't you, Bonnie?
What?
I'm fixing to go over yonder with mom and them. You want to?
You want to? Yeah.
Yeah, our friend Tracy, he's got a real
It's
thick
like
accent.
it's like, did you eat yet? Is one word. Did you eat yet?
Yeah. That's all those jokes. Jew. You is always Jew.
Yep.
Well, um, and that probably comes from our southern border, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, yins. Mom used to say yins. That was Pennsylvania. She or yuns, yins.
Yeah, Yens.
Pennsylvania. See, when I went to Kentucky, they were, it was, it may have been like you're saying it, but it sounded like Ewans or something like that.
Yeah,
So
Jens.
we had youngins.
Mhm.
Youngins. You
No, this
youngins, get
was when
right.
they were talking about a group of people. They were Ewans. Like we say y'all.
They say Ewans and
If
then
I
it's
say
yin.
y'all,
That's the
all of
progress
y'all.
going north.
And my mom, she was from Maine. We used to love listening to her talk.
Yeah.
It was a car. It was car.
It sound like Boston talk.
Yeah. And it wasn't iron. It was iron. I'm gonna go iron.
Joyzy.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the guys I worked
Well,
with,
there's
he
somewhere.
was from Maine, and he started talking like that. He made me cry because I missed my mom. I was like, "Shut up."
Aw.
He was born and raised where my mom was.
Yeah. Well, being in a big tourist trap, uh, we've had a lot of people from other countries. I really, really like listening to the Irish, Scottish,
Yeah.
English. Um, I like listening to the
Hello, Paul Davis.
true English.
So
My
we got to get Shane a kilt and a pint, huh?
Yeah. The
You go
English.
with those leggings. Those green leggings. Oh, sorry. Tight. Green tights. Sorry.
Uh,
Go ahead. You gonna
the
say?
English men, the accent just don't fit them, but it does the women.
yes.
They just don't sound manly with that accent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all you English people out there.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen some that looked pretty grisly that I wouldn't want to get entangled with.
Yeah, my friend, she married a guy out of Air Force who came down here from England, and she got that England Southern accent. It was pretty cool. A lot of guys told her she could have been on one of them phone sex things with her accent. I said, "There's your money, Karen."
It always comes back to that. Phone sex. My
I
goodness.
gotta go.
You have a good evening, Vicky.
Hey, is it cold out?
I love it, Camel.
Bye, y'all. Take care.
Take care, Vicky. Have a good night.
I'll
Night,
try
Try not
not
Vicky.
to
to
work
too
too
much
hard.
So Camo, you need to get you a leather kilt with splits on the sides and some assless chaps.
Neither of his ancestors were.
now. Bye,
Mm,
boys. Love
bye.
She hollers through the house as she goes out the door.
Most moms do.
That's what I was going to say. That's the way we do it around here.
Yeah. You say goodbye to the
Love
dog.
you,
You
bye.
say goodbye to the cat. You say goodbye to the kid. You say, if the husband's home, you say goodbye to the husband. Then you go out the door.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yelling another bye.
her cat that you guys see come around me sometimes. That black one, and he claimed me as his mama or whatever, but they ran out of food earlier and he ain't had a can of food all day, so I've been giving him treats. And I went to the store, and when I got back, he come running from the dining room through the house, running real fast, and he got about 10 feet away from me. He goes "Brr," and runs into me, rubbing all over like I know you got food.
Where's the rally, Paul Davis?
Well, I hope he saw my comment earlier today. Paul Davis, I am so glad to see you. um,
Jesus Christ, Wyatt.
holy. um, where'd Paul go? He disappeared. Oh,
He's
there
right
he
there.
is.
I asked him a question about the rally.
Yes.
Where is it?
And
What's he talking about?
Paul's wanting to go to the Big C place. And I think it should be somewhere else.
I
There's
hear the
nothing there.
truckers are going to DC. Why don't they just go to the state capitals instead of DC? But
That's
that's
what
my
I'm saying.
opinion.
Especially the blue, and because there's nothing there. There's nothing where
DC's a
they're
foreign land
trying.
anyway. They have no control of nothing.
Right, but there's nothing there. There really is nothing there.
Yeah, I understand that, but even if there was, that's not the point you go to make.
Right.
Our mayors, our governor, our senator, our Congress, that's where you dance.
We don't have all those people. We have the mayor and the premier and a PM who's hiding in his basement
The
or
one
in
without
Berlin. I don't
balls.
know where.
You talking about Turdo Ballless?
Yes.
I wish I could remember the name of the person, and I should have saved it. Seems like it was a woman's name.
How about that Indian
That's
woman or that indigenous woman?
up there in Canada, that she said that this wasn't going to change a thing, and they were fixing to shut down any travel from province to province. And I can't find it. I can't believe I didn't save it.
I haven't heard that yet. There was an interprovincial ban on travel before. But
Hey, Pep.
hey, Pappy, how are you doing?
Hi, Pappy. Is your internet better tonight? Mm.
How are you feeling, Pappy?
Chatters. So, I found a game.
Okay.
Never mind. There's not enough here. It's a it, it it's pretty good though. It's a Constitution trivia game. And I was
Well, I'm
like,
going to lose because I know shit about your constitution.
and that's what I said. There's not enough here. It wouldn't work out well, but one day we will
Except
play.
the Second Amendment is you can have a gun. That's all I know. That's it.
The
First
right to
Amendment,
bear
freedom of speech.
Ah, I'm glad you're doing okay, Pappy.
Aw. Yes,
Oh,
Shane, you
Shane
probably
says
will
win.
win. Probably. But eventually we will be playing Constitution trivia to see who's been listening.
Does that mean I have to actually read and understand your Constitution?
No,
Because our
but
Constitution sucks big dicks. It says nothing.
right. And so if you're listening to the game, you can take notes of what sounds good for your country and start writing some letters, girl. We need this.
Say, hey, them hillbillies to the south of us do this. We need this.
And what you were saying earlier about Canada, they they all seem so jolly, happy, go lucky all the time. Maybe they smoke a lot of pot up there or something. I don't know, but
I don't.
all the Canadians, they just they're they're like, how do you say it?
It's Molson's and whiskey what makes them happy, makes them tolerant.
Yeah.
Well, mine's not Molson's, but we'll go with that.
You like Molson's or it's just too high?
It's too expensive
Yeah, I used to
for
prefer
for a
Molson.
case of 24. It's like $60,
Wow,
and my little cheapy beer, I can get 2 cases for $67.
about half the price, you know.
Yeah,
What term did Dorinda just use? What'd you just say?
I was
Before the
talking
beer.
about our I was talking about our stupid Constitution. It doesn't say shit. Because they redid it in 1982 and took 90% of our rights away anyway in 1982. Our Charter of Rights is what they call it. But we do have a Constitution somewhere. Have I found it yet? No.
But y'all are allowed to have arms, aren't you?
Uh, yeah, but the government's trying to take that away right now.
Oh, because I
They
know
took
there's a lot of people that hunt up there.
Yeah, but they took away. Okay, listen to this one. Okay, you're gonna love this one. They took away one of the you know the air rifles, you know the ones where you shoot little pellets through.
Yeah, BB gun, air rifle.
Yes.
Uh, what the hell's it called? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, they took one of those away because it has too many shots.
Because it has what?
It can shoot too many bullets, too many paintballs, paintball guns. That's it, paintball gun.
And why'd they take them away?
Because it shoots too many shots, it could hurt someone.
Well, they
In
do
the
hurt,
in
the
the last
paintballs, but
in the last 2 years, they've taken away 86 different guns.
oh wow.
Yeah, that it's illegal for you to have those now.
Coming to a country near you. Yeah, I don't think that they'll let that happen here.
No,
I think that would be the
the
red
hunters
line,
here
maybe.
are fighting it right and left,
Yeah.
but the government just said no, you're not having it, and there's no talking to them. So some of the owners of the guns um, went in the bush and buried their guns, so they don't have them anymore. Because up until 3, maybe 5 years ago, they had
Hi,
this gun
Larry.
registry thing where you had to register all your guns and da 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 da. So know where all the fuck supposedly that was all thrown away, but the government.
They didn't throw it
Right.
away. They don't talk about it, so they go, "Look, surprise! This is this."
Yeah. So
So,
the people went and buried their guns in the bush.
and did they come door to door looking for them, or how
From
did they do that?
from what I understand, some places that has happened. My husband and my son did not have any of those guns, so we were okay. We've not had the police at our door. Blah blah blah. Hi,
Oh,
Larry.
no, 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 no. So, anything y'all have, you have it registered.
Well, it was registered when they had the gun registry, but seemingly they got rid of the registry, but nobody knows if they got rid of the files that had the registry. So the
Right.
government probably knows where each and every one of those guns are.
You
Or
know
who
about
should
you know
have
what
them.
five eyes are, don't you?
No, explain.
Look up five eyes. Eye is an eyeball. Just put the number five and then eyes, and it'll United States, Canada. I think it's England. I can't remember the other two, but they're all to do with this spying on people.
Yeah, we'll take that loving, Larry. We'll
I,
take that loving. Oh, I'm pretty sure that registry exists somewhere.
Hey,
Because they
Liz.
started to go.
Chuck, we
They
didn't hear
started to go to
any
some people's
eyes.
houses. They got rid of them.
Here, I'll
You and,
type it. Tell you exact word for it.
you and Dorinda both are cutting out. Is it because my computer's unplugged?
Could be Bonnie. Because we sound fine to us.
Because what?
We sound fine to ourselves.
Oh,
Hello, Liz
hmm.
Griswold. Oh, I'm yelling again. I'm sorry, Bonnie.
The Five Eyes Alliance. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Rose out of the Cold War era intelligence pact called the UK USA Agreement. This was originally an intelligence sharing agreement between the United States and the UK aimed at decrypting the Soviet Russian intelligence. By the
Hello,
50s,
Blackwater.
Canada, Australia, and New Zealand had joined that alliance. This is all to do with looking at people's texts, emails, phone calls. That's all that. And to
Oh, wow.
to dance around our Constitution, other countries handle it for other countries.
It's ridiculous. Mind your
Yep,
goddamn
Happy
business.
knows
Stay out of
what
my.
it is.
Stay out of my life. You
To
don't
be
need to know what
precise,
I'm doing in my house.
there's Five Eyes, Nine Eyes, and 14 Eye alliances.
Holy crap.
Nine Eyes is Five Eyes plus Denmark, France, Holland, and Norway, and 14 Eyes is all the above. The Nine Eyes is with Germany, Belgium, Italy, Sweden, and Spain.
Oh my god.
And that's all falls under three-letter agencies and CABAL.
I just heard somewhere else they closed all the Swedish accounts because they were too well known and moved it to,
I heard they're going to move them because it's too much hidden
I
money.
can't remember.
Yes, Shane, I agree with you.
I do too.
How do you
It
pronounce
has.
C hash mark exclamation point nah?
He's trying to not get us taken down by saying that C word.
Right.
I guess it'd be C-hash nah.
Yep.
Yep. Look out for the red Cessnas. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Bullpuck. Maybe. Yeah, well,
Oh,
they got their nose in our business up here in Canada, too.
yeah, I heard somewhere up there, Dorinda, there's an exercise camp base, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, they're all over the country.
Huh.
Seemingly there's a base in Vancouver, like BC area. I know there's two in Ontario. Russia's playing a part. Russia is
They're
just
trying to,
playing a part.
they're shaking the tree over there to get people brought out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
They figure if they squeeze hard enough, they'll start squealing and naming names, and that's why we'll end up getting involved in it because certain ones want their name protected.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that?
Nobody.
I'm trying to figure out if somebody just said that and used my mouth. I didn't remember saying that. I got to stop talking things. I know too much and shouldn't talk about them. A friend of mine, I have been ever since I disappeared that for that month. I haven't been digging into anything, but it still keeps dropping in my lap from little birdies.
Yep.
But you
The way
notice
the world works, Chuck.
I don't really talk about it anymore. You guys notice that?
Yep.
Yes.
So when things started coming up missing off my computer and pictures off my phone, I knew something was going on.
Yep.
Somebody else did something again using my mouth. Damn it.
Mm.
5G control, I guess.
Oh, I think uh, only thing that worries me, I keep bringing it up, is what has poured in for over a
Yep.
year now.
Yep.
And because I know it's not just southern border people.
How many of y'all noticed in the last year or two all the no, that's bullshit? They'd cuss and holler. Now they're like, hey, wait a minute. What were you
Robot,
telling me?
Virginia. That's bullpack.
Someone already got it. I'm sure
I
Camo
didn't
got
even
it.
see bot.
I didn't either, but I hope she's not talking about
You're
Chris.
good, bullpack.
It kind of looks like a bot if somebody just seen it.
Yep.
I know. Yeah. Camo's saying he is not a bot.
That's his name.
If he's a
You
bot,
need to
he's
change
hell of
your
an
name,
AI.
Chris.
He had a buddy of mine tell me today something that he'd been wanting to say, but he's afraid to say over the phone. But a lot of people are talking about it around him. They're putting a big ass 5G tower within a mile of his house.
Oh no.
Lord.
Yeah, I need to. Isn't there a site you can go to see where they're all at in your state?
Probably the ones they want you to know. But he said nobody said anything about it. There never was brought up. He said usually something like that, the people who live in the area would be let known. But
Sorry, I was clapping at Camo's comment. I apologize. I got overexcited. But I think I better go pee. I'll be back.
Yep, I'm next.
Yeah, Chris, I had somebody used to tell me my name for Chuck, but it would fall under Charles, and it was translated in Greek to like Carlos, and it was unrecognizable to me. That's where I realized I recognized the text from, but I couldn't read it. Strange Shane hadn't got up here.
Um, yes, it is.
Do I smell
And I
funny?
haven't seen D-Dog. Do you smell funny?
Yeah,
I haven't seen D-Dog yet either.
maybe I need to leave
Any
so
news about Craig? Have you heard any news about Craig? Is he doing all right?
I texted him yesterday and he said he's good.
Good.
Tried to call him. He was fixing to go live. He texted me back. All's well for the wellness check. I'm doing fine. Was going to go live. I'll get a hold of you soon or something to that order.
There's reasons you're not up here. Okay, Shane. Shane's over at Bonnie. Really? Like here?
They're peeking in your window.
I know. Well, I want to see this.
If you're watching me through the window, put me on cam real quick, huh?
Talked to him earlier, Bonnie. He's doing better. You must be talking about Craig.
Yeah.
Okay. We love you, Shane. Whether you're up here sharing all that knowledge or not. Check for the motion lights.
Not nothing to do with me, is it, Shane?
No, not at all. Don't even think that check.
Well, Shane, tell him Chuck for you. Tell him Chuck said leave you the fuck alone. You do a good job.
Do what?
Tell them they can blame the asshole.
No. I know, Shane. A fun fact. Nearly every 5G transmitter has 40 kilos of copper. 2 kilos of platinum per transmission rods. Some towers have 2 insurance rods. Cha-ching for scrappers.
Man, don't say that
Hey.
too loud. Tweakers will start climbing things and getting cooked
But,
before you get them down.
oh well.
I'm surprised they haven't been doing that now.
If it'll keep them out from under our carbs, taking the catalytic converters, okay.
Yeah, for sure, eh?
Stealing the power lines and water pipes.
Sorry, Peter Stringer, that was funny.
Yes, it is.
apologize, Bonnie. I didn't mean to tell everyone on the channel I was going for a pee.
Yeah, you just say excuse me, but and
Yeah,
so now I'm
normally I
gonna
do.
Wow,
Normally
Liz,
I
you made me
do.
choke on my tea.
say excuse me a moment. My turn.
Okay. I was sitting in the bathroom and I replayed what I had said. I'm like, oh crap. Now you need to go out and apologize to people because you shouldn't have said it in the first place. And what do? I say it again. But that's kind of me. I'm open, right?
Yeah. Ain't no beat around the bush. Beat around the bush means you're up to something. So I just lay it out and let people pick through it.
Yep. If I offended anybody, I apologize. That's all I can say.
Add my part to it. Are you bleeding? Then you're offended. Are you going to die?
Yep. It's just sideways, Blackwatch. We just talk about anything that comes flying out of our faces.
It
Although,
goes,
what's
goes political, analytical to anal.
Bopok's putting some really good stuff in here, so we're really having a good chat tonight. So is Camo Carl, and that.
So Shane says he's a scrapper collecting scraps. See, when I do that, they call me a hoarder.
Yep, I get that all the time with my crafting stuff.
Is that your scrapping gear, Shane? I promise you, if you're wearing that scrapping, nobody will come up and mess with you.
No, no,
Oh my
no,
goodness.
not Speedo thing.
That tall guy was wearing a thong, so I didn't say anything about him getting my catalytic converter.
Get that picture out of my head.
I can't believe I said it.
Awesome, Camo Carl. I'm glad you feel we're part of your family because you're part of ours.
Yeah, Carl, I taught my son about aluminum and copper and all that, and he used to save cans, and now he don't even save cans. He just grabs copper when he can get it. Says aluminum takes too much room. Pappy.
Are we talking about politics again? Actually, we're talking about 5G
Whatever,
towers at the moment.
whatever pops up.
Wow, what are you gonna do with that, Bopok? Yep.
Yes, there is money to be made in that. That's
Awesome. That's really good.
you. You wouldn't believe how many people want washers and dryers. hauled off around here, refrigerators and um, just scrap metal. I've got sheets of roofing. What do you call it?
That
Tin
roofing
Metal?
roofing.
there,
Yeah.
that corrugated metal.
Yes. Just laying out there in a pile in my yard. Kept thinking I was going to use it for something. See, that's my problem. I'm always going to use it for something, and it just sits there.
Well, that's
Which
like
kind you got? The
my
shiny or
washer.
the thing?
Sorry, Chuck, go ahead.
That's sorry. We both.
Mm.
Is it the shiny curve like barn tin, or is it the roofing tin they put on houses that's painted?
It's not painted. It used to be shiny. Now it's weathered. And do you know people will pay more for it to be weathered than
Yeah,
shiny?
they do projects with it. Barn tin.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, if you're getting ready to move, take some pictures of it and look it up through Facebook Marketplace and get a underprice somebody or underprice them on there, and somebody will come get it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll buy you something new for your new house
Yeah,
that you don't have to build.
Yeah, my
true.
husband, my washing machine died, and it's still sitting in the basement. And he goes, "Well, we're gonna get rid of that." I said, "No, we're not." And he's looking at me like, "Oh shit, she's got an idea. Oh God, help me." I said, "We're either gonna make a smoker out of it, or we're gonna make a fireplace. Either or. I've got it figured out." Oh, okay.
Well, I'm thinking about taking it to the building and using it like an underpinning there because
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what they used to underpin this, but they didn't make a door. Don't ask me why.
They closed it and left it that way.
Yes, and he's all you gotta do is take out these two bolts and slide it over. Well, um, no, that doesn't work. We tried. And then you gotta have a handle to pull it back. Luckily, I have nice neighbors that came and spent about an hour putting it back together, but
Yeah, and
so
hard drives too, Carl, for their size.
water mills.
Yeah, make power. You
Really?
find them. You find the older motors for washing machines. They got magnet driven motors, and those you put them on something, it'll turn that motor and it'll produce electricity. Oh, and another little hint for you: if you guys don't know, you've got access to a lot of used breaker switches. Each one of the contacts and breaker switches are silver, and most of them anyway, not all of them.
What's beryllium dust?
I think it's in microwaves because he was talking about
Oh,
microwaves earlier. I'm not sure,
mm.
and I'm not sure what
I'm not,
beryllium dust is either. So
yeah, I'm not taking apart any appliances. My friend that I went to high school with, her sons, man, she would come home, her microwave would be in pieces in the living room floor, or her toaster, or a clock, or they were taking apart everything she had. They would mix chemicals. I don't know how those kids lived, but they did.
but they survived.
Yeah, they survived.
I got a buddy of mine that's got a bunch of old computers from 15, 20 years ago from the school. And those old computers, all the circuit boards, contacts, and all that are gold, got gold on them. And I got to go get them and Pull
Yes,
them
yeah.
down, cook it out.
That's why I like the chat. I got a good chat tonight. They are full of wisdom.
You Garrett's asking for the link, I think. That's what he means.
T-Link.
I think. Apple IIs have the most gold in them. Oh, wow. Sam, what kind of an apple do you have?
I don't have any apples.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you were talking to your daughter.
Why? No, just asking. Because it has. Just asking.
Camo, I just saw a 78. No, maybe a 72 pickup. And he's selling it. And he was saying, like, the timing belt is broke on it. So,
Timing chain, probably.
timing chain, thank you. And so he was telling this lady, well, I don't know if it's that old. Did they have a chain already
Yeah,
then?
yeah.
Okay.
Depending on what kind of vehicle it is. Do you remember what kind it is?
It's a Chevy, I think. Um, but he was telling this lady 2,000, and then he said he was going to replace the timing chain and sell it for 20,000. And I was like, because he said it's a classic.
Depending on the shape of them, but those are the
It's not in good.
67, 72s, the new 57 Chevy Bel Airs. They're crazy priced anymore.
Yes, a
Garrett, please
Bel Air,
explain.
I can understand, but
You remember the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard, that Charger, that 68 Charger? The
yes,
orange. I seen somebody selling a 67 or 69. I can't remember which it was. Same body style. There's only little tiny differences. The guy wanted 20 grand from it, and it's up north, and it's a Flintstone car. You can get in and put your feet in the floor and touch the ground.
Oh,
oh
wow.
no,
But it's got all the paperwork, all the tags. Most of the body parts are intact. It's got bad rust around the wheels and all that, but he wants 20 grand for it. And there's guys arguing about it, who's going to go there first to see it.
no way. I wouldn't buy anything with rust flooring. That's
Here, Canada, from Ontario.
the
Who is
guy
full
with
of
the truck
shit?
is the guy with the truck is full of shit.
Oh, the guy
I
with
know
the
what
truck.
he's
Okay, now
thinking
I
of.
understand. Okay. That he's going to sell it for 20, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Couple grand for it, yeah, unless it's really, really nice. If it's a POS, then
no.
he's dreaming. Is it a short bed or long bed?
I think it was a long bed, but the hood, he's just got a picture of like kind of the front side picture, but the hood is all there's dents all over it. There's dents all over the whole truck. It's about 5 different colors. It's no. Doesn't even show the interior. That ought to tell you something.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've been a mechanic for years until I got hurt. Now my
main money I was making was in European stuff. I worked on Jags, Mercedes, and I've worked on one Ferrari, Porsches, and stuff like that here in Shreveport. What the upper echelon had around there, I worked in the shop for, and that's where my money was. But I always, since I was 15, piddled with them. Took it as a trade for the longest time, even after I went to electronic school.
Yeah. Well, that's the only reason I was looking at it is because I had a 70 Ford and I could get in under the hood. You can get in there and work on it without pulling out 20 things just to get to what you want to get to.
Yeah, you used to get under the hood, pull the hood down with you. Even me, as big as I was, and close the hood with you under it. But
Yes.
now you drop $5 in quarters on the top, and you'd be lucky to see any hit the ground.
Yeah. So you wonder where they're stuck and what it's going to cause.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
can't.
remember Blackwatch. I asked you that the other night. Okay. I'm in northeastern Ontario. Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
I love that name.
Yeah, Shane, holler at me if you ever can get a cheap '67 short wheelbase GMC or Chevy. I don't care as long as it rolls or can roll.
Garrett Bonnie dropped the link.
I want to get one, and I want to put a newer Corvette engine in it, rewire it up for all the computers and stuff. I know how to do all that crap. Retro modded. I want to see how a '67 would react with about a 750 horsepower under the hood.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be awesome. It'd probably sound sweet going down the road.
Yeah, especially if you mod it with the newer
Black.
Yukon all-wheel drives, you can have all-wheel drive traction and have the road hugger tires on it. It would drive awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, Blackwatch.
I had somebody ask me, "What would you do if you hit the lottery?" I said, "Build me a garage and buy me a truck and have something to fiddle with. Don't need the tools. I got almost all of them you can need except a motor setup."
Yeah, my son's a mechanic.
We have a lot of car collectors here. We have a lot of swap meets. We have a lot of car shows. There's a guy in town that,
Yeah, especially Shane with a small window in the back.
well, there's two of them that do the refurbishing.
Yeah.
And I just go by and take pictures. So all I can do is dream. Oh,
Yeah.
like that one, click.
Yeah, Carl, the biggest pain in the ass I remember about a lot of the Dodges was that one resistor people didn't know to look for.
I used to want one of the, back in the, God, it was probably the late 60s. My mother's best friend's husband, he raced Corvettes. And they were so nice back then. Not like the little fiberglass things now. They were, it was totally different.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something funny when you get done.
Well, I couldn't get in and out of one now, but go ahead.
I couldn't either, but I'd smile even though I was in pain while I was riding around in it.
Right.
Me and Vicky, when right after we got married and she got pregnant, I had a brand new truck. Dad goes, "You need to get a car," and got Vicky. Yeah, we need a car because we're gonna have a baby. So dumbass me goes with my new truck. My truck wasn't even a year old yet. Stopped at the. It was a not a shade tree car lot. It was an actual dealership. And the owner happened to be in there when I come in, and he gets out and starts looking at my truck. Well, it was a good looking Ford truck. And I've walked over, was looking at it. He had a '67 Stingray. It was that gold, the Corvette gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking around looking at it. He goes, "Well, what are you thinking about?" I said, "I need to get a car. I'm tired of a truck. Family man, need to have a car." He goes,
Stingray's a good one.
"Yeah, two-seater car. It's less seating room than the truck had."
Right.
He goes, "Go ahead and look at it. I own this." And he goes, "That's my car." And he goes, "How many payments you made on it?" The truck's half paid for. He goes, "I'll swap keys." And he goes, "I'll finish paying off the note." He goes, "I need this for me to haul around here." He goes, "I like what you've done." He liked my stereo is what he liked. He was an older guy. So he threw the keys to the Corvette, and I threw him my keys and drove it around and showed my wife, and she was all excited about it until Dad come out there, and he goes, and Dad didn't cuss. Dad looked at the car. He goes, "Yeah, it's beautiful. It's nice." He goes, "Where are you going to fucking put my grandbaby?"
Yep.
I said, "She can roll around in the back." That wasn't the right answer.
No.
I went to work the next day, come home, and he found a car that I'd been talking about. He goes, "Give me the keys to your truck." I said, "Why?" He goes, "I found a car for you and Vicky." He goes, "Vicky's okayed it. I've done the paperwork. It's in your name. He's taking up the note. Give me your keys to your truck." So he went and traded my truck and ended up getting us a 79 Olds 98 two-door. And it was candy apple red, white leather interior. It was a beautiful car. Big fucking family lead sled. Thing about it was cool though. I liked it was a two-door. I didn't want a four-door. Four-door to me was a fogey car, but and it still is. But
Yeah, I went through that for a while, and then I was like, okay, a station wagon is a fogey car.
unless it's a Nomad, like the one that '57 Chevy station wagon two-door,
Yeah.
that screams grocery getter at 200 mile an hour all day long.
I think the biggest car I ever had, I bought it for $500, was a big O LTD with the vinyl top, four-door, so much room in the seats. But the kids would make me park a block away from the school to drop them off. They were all embarrassed about it. But that thing could run.
Yeah, Shane, this was a '67 with a 427 in it. 4-speed Muncie, yeah. Posi rear end. It fucking flew. I looked like a kid that got slapped in the face and had their ice cream taken away from them too. And I drug my ass back there and told them, "My dad said I can't."
Have you ever heard of a Daihatsu?
Yeah.
I had one of those for a couple of years. And so it's kind of like a Jeep, and the roof would come off, and during the summer it just stayed off, and I'd take the kids cruising the back roads all the time. It was fun.
They make those little miniature pickup trucks too, Daihatsu. I don't know if you ever seen them. They're like a small front cab with a pickup bed on them. They look like not much bigger than a golf cart. I don't know if you ever seen them.
Maybe. I've seen some odd looking little trucks.
Yeah, Daihatsu.
Yep. Yeah, it was fun. Hey, Anna Marie, good to see you.
Hey, Anna.
Hello,
I
Anna.
didn't like the midget.
That's the car I got stuck in, a MG midget. Working in a shop. I got in it. It was cold. It'd been running while I was tuning it and getting it ready to go. And got in it because the heater was on. Figured I'd warm up. I had to lay on the horn till some of the guys come around there. They had to grab me by my shoulders and pull me out because I got my knees stuck between the dash and the steering wheel and the console.
I can imagine.
6'7", 250 pounds in a 5'3" car.
Well, I don't know. My girls keep saying I must have long legs. I don't think so. But they all drive up against the steering wheel, and I cannot stand that. And so I scoot the seat back, and then I tilt the seat back like a lowrider, I guess. I just got to be comfortable.
Driving ghetto fabulous.
Yeah, there you go.
I drive like a girl. Seat straight, seat straight up
No,
and down, and
no,
close
I
to the
can't do
steering
it.
wheel. Because we
No.
had this vehicle. I don't remember what kind of vehicle it was. Whatever. It was a fucking boat. I'll put it that way. And the seat would only go up so far. So every time I drove this damn car, I could only drive with my big fucking toe. That's the only thing that would reach the gas pedal. And I'm like,
That's
I
the
don't
way
like
it's
it.
supposed to be.
I don't like just that. I gotta have my fucking foot on the gas. I want to go. I want to hit that gas and go. I don't want to be on the little fucking the toe driving my car. No, I don't like that.
How tall are you, Dorinda?
5'4".
She's the same as me.
Vicky's 5'1". I laugh when she gets in my truck because I got the big quad cab GMC. She gets in it, and in the tin in it, she pulls out. It don't even look like anybody's driving it. You can't see her in there.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you lean the seat back, you kind of got that door frame right there. So, yeah.
I get
More
shit from my
protected.
son all the time. You got the goddamn seat too close to the steering wheel. If that little thingy goes off, you're gonna be dead, Mom. It's gonna blow your head off.
Yes.
I gotta drive the way I gotta drive. Somebody's gonna hit me, I'm gonna be on the floor. Never mind.
If you see it,
Yeah, my biggest mistake, Black Watch, is getting rid of. I had a '62 Bel Air 409, and when my wife was pregnant, one of the cars I brought in, I was going to work on because I knew how hard it was to find. And she's like, "No, I'm not putting my child in there." I said, "This is a project car." She goes, "It's a piece of shit. Get rid of it." This was in the '80s, and the car was already 20 some years old, but the '62 409 was a rare car.
men always say project cars, and they sit there and sit there.
Yeah, actually, the bad point is being a mechanic. You don't want to work on your own shit, but
Yes. Yep. Being a bookkeeper, I love doing other people's paperwork and worrying about their money, but my paperwork, it gets put in a tub until I get around to filing it.
Yeah. Glad to hear you're feeling better, Anna.
Yes. Yeah. Laura's trying to talk me into getting a, I can't remember if it's a Mazda or a Honda, something. And I said, well, whatever it is, I want it bigger than my Ford Edge. That was, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't like it. The only thing I like about it is the seat, when you stop, it automatically goes back. So I don't
It's
have to
like
worry about
it's like it's fixing to throw you out of it, ain't it?
well, I don't have to worry about it being stuck up at the steering wheel from the girls if they drive it. It's already back there where I want it. Oh,
Awesome, and
Anna,
I'm glad you're feeling better.
I didn't know she wasn't feeling good.
I didn't,
It's good.
but I haven't seen her in a while, so
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you're doing better.
Yeah, I hope you get better. Take care of yourself because there's only one you.
that's right.
Well, Camo, let me know when you head to Texas. You know what? The old Novas, those did look really cool. My neighbor had one.
I'm trying to figure out how I can share this picture. I have a picture of that car that looks like it, but I don't know how I can share a picture.
Mm, I don't know. I don't know how y'all do it on panel.
Mhm. You have to share the screen with him, Bonnie. And no, I don't know how to do that. I just heard people say that.
Right. It'll pop up like we do underneath,
Hmm.
and then I just click on it to share it, but it's not there.
Yeah.
I got to pull it up, see if I can get it to work that way. This was like the way it was. It wasn't as bad a shape as this one, but
We love you, Anna.
I'll just put it on that one.
Oh, there it is.
You seeing the one car now?
That one.
Yeah, the brown one. It wasn't
Yes.
that bad a shape, but it had potential. Like, let's see.
That's about what that truck looks like on the hood.
It looked like it was in between that one and the black. It was a black truck or car, but it wasn't rotted out like that. But all the interior had been pulled out, and all that back seat had was the frame and the springs because it's because he had boxes with the interior parts in it. She's like, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah.
Yes,
She didn't
Camel
know.
Carl, I've watched your wood stove truck your truck wood stove video. That's really cool.
Yes. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Hello, Soggy Adventures.
How's it going?
Same shit, different day.
Hi, Soggy's Adventures. I haven't seen that name.
Nope.
Soggy's.
Hopefully I wish I had that in my Yukon right now. Oh, it's not nice driving in -30 when your truck has no heat.
You
Oh
have no,
no.
Pardon?
your Yukon has no heat.
My Yukon has no heat. My son was supposed to change the whole thermostat, blah, 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 blah. Not the thermostat, the whole part over the
Yeah, you
summer, but he was too busy and forgot, and now it's winter and I have no heat.
go to the parts store. They have heaters you can buy. Plug in the cigarette lighter just before you get ready to go. Plug it to go out there and plug it in, turn it on, and then go back out in about 10 minutes or so.
I have two of those actually, and it blew all the fuses in my truck, so I have no fuses in my truck either right now.
Too much of a drain. You probably need a direct one of them ones where you clip the like almost like a jumper cable thing that you connect under the hood.
Yeah.
Direct outlet to the battery, but don't leave it, forget it, and leave it on out there, or you'll come back to a dead battery.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it's not good.
I don't know.
I go
You
when it's really really cold out. I go into work, and I'm like, I'm leaving my coat on. I put my vest on top of my coat. One supervisor just looks at me and shakes her head, and I'm like, I'm not freezing my ass off. I am frozen.
is the climate control electronic part, or is it under the hood to do with the water?
Oh, he's got to take the whole damn dash off to
Yeah,
get
that's climate control. Yeah,
to where it is.
yeah. I'm squeamish about mine. Mine's got that digital dash for the heat and the air and all that with nothing on it. It's mechanical. You got little buttons you push to raise the heat. And I'm figuring when that shit goes out, I'm gonna be like, okay, my heat and air is the windows.
Hummer. I would love to have a Hummer.
Full size.
Yes. Just not rich enough.
I'm not rich enough for a Hummer. I like my little Yukon. It's the right height. It's everything I like. I got 17 years on it. I'm happy. What are we looking at?
That's for camo. That's the Guadalupe River rafting.
Oh, okay.
I think Pappy's been there too, maybe. It's fun. That's all my kids. They get all their friends together. They go down and grab a raft and have a vehicle at the other end. A lot of sunburns and beer drinking and worrying about them getting home.
Yep.
Let me know when you're home. And then they come to me because I keep the aloe vera gel in the refrigerator just for sunburns.
You know, I'm allergic to that. That's the weirdest thing to be allergic to, but I'm allergic to aloe vera. Found out the hard way with bad sunburn.
Oh, wow.
I got green, like blackish sores from it and ended up having to get a bunch of shots and get it scrubbed off. And that's when I was a kid. I fell asleep on a raft or one of them blow up rafts out there in a campground as a 12-year-old kid. And only part sticking out of the water was two probably 7-inch circles that were on my shoulders. Mom put aloe vera on it, and by the time I went to bed, it was instead of being regular blisters, they were pustules. I got shots and stuff and scrubbed, and didn't like needles back then, so it is very traumatizing to me, and I still remember it. And that's 40 some years ago.
You're fine, Black Watch.
But anything else, poison ivy, I'm allergic to, so I should have figured maybe other things maybe affect me.
I don't know if I'm allergic to poison ivy. Um, they say you can get it from other people, and my ex-husband was highly allergic, but it never affected me.
Hmm.
But cedar, I'm allergic to cedar. I can't even touch cedar.
Well, I never heard of that one.
It's the
Pine,
same with seafood. If I touch seafood, my hands swell up like balloons. It's crazy. Of course, I can't
Wow.
eat it either. But
damn crawfish season pissed me off.
yeah, when I was
Why?
working in restaurants, carrying the plates, if it just touched my hand, boy, that was it. So I always wore gloves.
I'm allergic to beans and bran.
Bran like raisin bran.
Yeah, bran. Like bran muffins and all that shit.
Oh,
Bran.
wow.
Violently allergic or just it kicks your ass.
It kicks my ass.
And chocolate.
Oh, yeah, and
Wow.
chocolate. But there are times when a woman just has to have chocolate.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
I'll eat
way
the
I'm
chocolate.
fish,
I'll eat the chocolate. I will get stoned off the chocolate. And then when I get off the stone, which usually takes 2 or 3 days, depending on how much chocolate I eat, um,
No.
then I break out in the hives. I have a week missing from Christmas to New Year's one year because my sister-in-law gave us a box of um that chocolate bark stuff, and I took
Oh,
the box to work and I ate it at work. Oh yeah. I don't remember that whole week from Christmas to New Year's, and I think I started to come back to normal around 10 o'clock New Year's Eve.
huh,
goodness.
And then uh halfway like New Year's Day is when the hives came.
My oldest daughter, she gets hives, and we haven't figured out what it is yet. All of a sudden,
Mm.
she'll just have hives, and she knows she's allergic to uh, crawfish, seafood, stuff like that, because she went to the crawfish boil, but she still gets hives. And I told her, I said, try no oregano because that was my first allergy was oregano. Every time I'd eat pizza, I'd end up in the emergency room and we couldn't figure out why. Till years later, it was the oregano.
Oh wow.
tomatoes don't bother you?
Tomatoes?
Yeah.
No. Blackwatch, they have just started opening back up drive-in theaters. We have one. Uh, it's probably about an hour and a half away. So if we go there, we get a motel for the night.
Budweiser gives you hives, but Bud Light doesn't. Wow.
Huh?
That's interesting, Anna Marie.
Yeah. Yeah, the drive-in theaters now, they hook up to your radio. You don't have those big
Speaker.
metal speakers that hang on your window. But these new cars, you have to leave them running to, or else it cuts off every 10 minutes or something.
Well, that's just a shit show.
Yes. So that's okay. Use up a tank of gas while we're watching a movie.
Wow.
Yeah, because remember as a kid, you go to the drive-in, they'd always have the big movie, then they'd have a second one after. So you're looking at 4 hours.
Yep.
Yep.
That's when we had the old station wagon. Mama would make a bucket of fried chicken, and we had a bunch of other stuff with it, and took our own drinks.
Wow. I never went to the drive-in theater with
Drive-ins.
my family. I went with boys.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to a lot of movies in the 80s, a drive-in up there where I was running around where I met Vicky, but I don't remember any of the movies.
The
So I'd usually hang out, meet people, and we'd either hang out, drink, meet a girl, leave, or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Closed for the season.
I know. Huh.
a few years ago we
Well,
had a drive-in theater, but I don't know if it's still open or not.
I love drive-ins. They got rid of the old drive-ins. It's just a lot different now. But I
Yeah, I
think
think even the cigarette lighters and the USB plugs in the newer vehicles, that all turns off too after 10 minutes, doesn't it?
probably.
That's all got to do with the body control module in the computer, and it's unless somebody bumps it and activates and the lights come back on and all that, or it makes the horn honk, etc.
Yeah. It's sad when we can't control our vehicles while we're just sitting.
Yeah, Pappy, them there was immunity boosters. The mosquitoes hitting you, that keep you up. That's kind of like drinking out of the hose and eating dirt.
Yep. Patrick Kelly was at one of those drive-through wedding things.
We figured COVID might have killed him, but that might have been a way to get away with not being around people too. So
Yeah.
uh, Carl talking about Michigan has a few.
Huh. I never thought of that. I
If you'd
wonder if
had
they.
money invested in the beginning of all this, it probably went over well.
Now I meant about the mosquitoes. I wonder
That
if they could die from. Everybody's sick. Go sit on your front porch. Kill the mosquitoes.
I'm hoping this last year they weren't bad, but we need to get a little cold front going. But
It's coming Thursday.
Yeah, we're gonna have what 70, 80, something like that, and then shit.
Yes, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
Tomorrow.
rain.
Today was rain here, and tomorrow it's going to be 80 and sunny. And then Wednesday, I think uh, it could be Wednesday and Thursday, wintry mix. So snow and sleet. And that's what I keep telling people. That's why Southerners can't get used to the cold because we are like a roller coaster. We have
Yeah,
80 degrees and then it drops down to,
fucking 20 at dark.
yeah, yeah, Wednesday low 26, Thursday low 17. Oh,
That's
they
Wow.
were,
that's irregular weather. Like right there, I went to the store earlier and got cigarettes. It was in the 60s here.
yes. Well, it's saying it's 55 now, but oh, they took out the snow. Now it's just sleet. So the high Thursday's 32
I
with
just hope
sleet.
that I hope they don't pull that shit like a year ago.
I know it. It is February coming up. Okay, Patrick.
Have a good night, Pappy. Love
Yeah,
you.
good to hear from you.
Good night, Pappy. Thanks for coming in. We always enjoy you.
Where's John tonight?
I don't know. I haven't seen John John. Um, I don't know.
Okay. I thought maybe you had contact with John.
Oh, you know what? Um, he did say about a week ago that his work was picking up and he would have to start going to bed early. That uh,
Yeah, that's
late
good.
nights, yeah. So maybe that's what he's doing. I feel so bad for y'all with all that snow. Uh,
I didn't even look at the weather, so I have no idea.
We got 5 inches of snow here. People think it was the end of the world. I-20 would look like a damn you pull it yard.
uh,
I'm stepping down, you guys. Have a great night. I love you.
See you
you
later,
too,
Brenda.
Randall. Have a good night.
Good night.
I just can't imagine that having to shovel out of your house and driveway.
If
Well,
I walked out on the porch and there was 18 inches of snow, I'd turn around and walk back in the house.
yes. Well, we kind of have to here because you can't get out on our roads. They don't.
I know how to drive in it, but just like
Well,
my
yeah,
shed and garage, I don't even think I got a shovel. I could shovel it with every shovel I got's a round bottom.
yeah.
I
I don't
might
even.
have a small corn scoop out there.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't even know if they sell snow shovels here.
Yes, you know them old big old corn scoops got the T handle and the bottom of it's flat and it's big wide like farm thing they used to load.
Yes.
That's the closest thing I remember as a kid down here. We got some ice and one of our friends had one of them and we used that for a sled.
Yeah. Yeah. One place where I lived, there was a curve just few houses down from me. And when it snowed back in, I think it was 83, 84, somewhere around in there, these kids come by with a pickup truck and they had a chain on the back of it and garbage can lid. There'd be a kid sitting on that garbage can lid. They'd go flying around that curb. And I was like, he's going to end up in that fence because there was a fence on the other side of the curb. They never did. They made it around there, but they were having fun.
I remember in Ohio, we parking lots and stuff like the grocery store, the mall, or whatever. People drive by real slow, and we run out real quick and either grab their bumper or their hitch or something, and just kind of ski behind their vehicle, and they wouldn't even know nobody was back there.
Yep. Anna Marie, they he has been saying that no symptoms, but he tested positive or something. We think he's just in hiding because,
Scared.
yep, he don't want to face what's up there right now.
When the people fear the government is tyranny. It's starting to show that they don't fear them, so he's scared, which keeps everything in balance. They ought to
Yeah,
be worried about the consequences of their actions.
true, Camo. Yeah, either they have something or they, hey, independent, how are you doing? I don't know.
Did something happen on Liberty that I'm not aware of, or something I need to look into, or
Um, I'm not sure, but I doubt if you'd find it if you looked.
I know somebody was saying cold beer was bragging or joking or putting it in the air or something.
There's no telling. I stay out all that. If I go to a channel and they're talking about people like that, I just back right back out. And
Yeah, too much drama.
yes,
Hell, you've been on almost 3 hours. You on ready for me to jump off here and wrap it up?
yeah, about ready. Look at private before you leave.
Huh?
Look
All
at
right.
private before you leave. But,
All right. You got my number, don't you?
um, I think I did write it down.
I'll put it in there again. I gave it out to y'all. Yeah, I think it was D Dog the other day. But
I'm looking.
Visitor. He brought me into the door.
I just threw it in there. Anybody ever asks, I don't care. Give it to them.
Anybody ask? Okay. Yep, I do have it. I need to. I need to add you to the Texas list. We've got quite a few. Uh, Patriot Girl Deb that comes into chat.
Yeah.
She's Texas. And hey, Suze, how you doing, Susie? Uh,
Like the
that
what?
girl that came in last night was saying she was from Texas, but I never did get any information from her.
This is my youngest boy.
Well,
He's almost black, huh?
yeah. Yes, we're on a mission, and the drama is just going to divide people, and we can't be divided. United we stand, divided we fall.
Yep.
Saying this over and over and over.
Drama is usually started by weak people to stir everybody else up.
Yeah. And you can't believe everything you hear. You can't believe, shoot, we can't even believe everything we see. So I just don't even,
Acknowledge it.
yep, don't participate. Yep. All
The
right,
hell I
guys.
get off here and good night, y'all. Love y'all. Bye,
Yeah,
everybody.
good night, Chuck.
Bye.
Bye. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I know I'm boring by myself. Hey, Miss Blue Moon. I hope you're feeling better. I agree, Liz. Tomorrow's a new day. Y'all all take care and check out your Constitution. One of these days, we're going to do the Constitution trivia. See who's been paying attention. D Dog's given a lot of information here, and it's good stuff. And also, think about how we're going to rebuild in a good way. If everything goes south. Just pray for everyone and y'all stay safe. Stay safe in that snow. All of y'all with the bad weather. And I'll see you tomorrow evening. Love y'all. Good night.